Welcome to the Inspired Hive podcast, where ideas ignite action and success stories fuel your next level up. I'm your host, Margo, and we're here to empower entrepreneurs, leaders, and professionals like you with the tools and inspiration to cultivate your dreams into reality. Let's dig in. Hey, folks. You get me for a solo episode today, and this episode is inspired by my son, Caleb. And he's currently on a very transformational journey and exploring all of his life opportunities. He's been working full time managing a car wash, and that really translates into learning a lot of behind the scenes technology that goes into making our vehicles sparkle, from computers and cameras that check out all the muck and mud we've put on our cars to understanding everything involved in the soaps and the bubbles that keep them squeaky clean. It also involves managing a steady flow of employees and motivating them to keep customers smiling. He's also been on this journey to figure out what his purpose is, what is meaningful for him to do in life. And this is really where today's episode begins. He follows along on the podcast, and I thought, I'm going to ask him what he might want to hear about today. Interestingly, he texted back and he said, make it more motivational. But then he went on, and I've really been digesting what this 20-year-old shared with me. And I'm just simply going to read what he texted so it can sink in for you as well. He said, emphasize about not being that far away from their goals. People just believe that they are so far away, they behave in accordance, which keeps them at arm's length away from their goals their whole life. The way to fix this is to believe and know that you're one step away from having a completely different life. One meaning, one thought, one book, one action, and your life can completely change, good and bad, because you will start looking for those. It's like playing Where's Waldo, but you don't actually believe that Waldo's in the picture. And you're just waiting to be surprised that he's there. Versus if you believe he's there and you're looking for him, you're going to find him. Your dreams aren't just dreams. God didn't put them there in your head just for you to forget them. They are achievable. Like if you're aiming for greatness, you don't get there by what other people think. Holy buckets. There is so much packed into this wisdom. And it's wisdom I wish I had at age 20 when I was in college figuring out how to make it through to the end of the semester. I wasn't focusing on my life dreams. I was focused on studying for the midterm and hoping I didn't snooze my alarm so long that I missed the class. Although what I was learning in the class was how to shape behavior and setting goals that were achievable and just a next step ahead, maybe, of what we already could do. I didn't realize that what I was doing there was building a foundation of belief through accomplishing those steps. It wasn't until a few decades later in my life that this would translate into me realizing that life is about the little things, the little steps, the different decision today than yesterday, the getting up when the alarm goes off, the taking a different path to work, or the meeting of new folks when you move halfway across the country. It took me 4 decades to realize what you look for, you will find. So you better be looking for the good in people, the good in the world, and the good things that you want more of. Of course, that also comes along with 1,000% that good actually exists and that you're expecting it 1,000% of the time. And I've also come to realize life is really about showing up to do the work. Even when sometimes it might be what you delegated to someone else, if it's your goal, it's 1,000,000% your responsibility that it gets done. To take the credit for it, to take the credit for the outcome, or even the criticism for the outcome. That's all you when it's your goal. And we can only learn through our attempts towards our goals. And I've also realized failure is the learning opportunity that must be part of that experience. It helps us set our boundaries and our standards for growth. Too many times I've been the one reserved and waiting, or I've been getting ready to get ready. And it's at these times that I really realize that I've been expecting someone else to go first, someone else to lead the way, to ask me to come along on my own dream. This is not how the universe works. No one's coming to create my dream for me. No one's really coming to save me either. My goals require my effort. And if it's small, consistent steps, I'll get there eventually. If my effort's a springboard, leaping action and bounding towards that goal, I might get there faster. But either way, I must do the work towards my dreams. And of course, it's great to inspire others to come along with you. And of course, it's always awesome to have company on these expeditions and to encourage others on theirs. I'm not saying to do everything alone or by yourself. But what I realize, the meaning we derive from taking our own actions towards our goals, that's what fuels our aligned purpose. And that's where our joy can be found. And sometimes during these times of life, when we're not really sure what the goal is, remembering that we're one step away from that different life is a pretty amazing thought. It means take a step. It means stay in motion, be active, change things up from time to time, and don't stay still. Stop waiting and start moving. Be in motion as if tonight was the last one you had here on earth and you still had some accomplishments that you wish were complete. And that's a great place to start, by the way, if you're looking for that next goal. I am thrilled and so grateful that I received a response back from my question to Caleb. I'm beyond proud of the efforts and energy he's putting into exploring his future. And I believe that we all have within us everything we need to achieve, even what others might think are some of those craziest dreams. And may this episode be your inspiration to make your next decision, to take your next step, and to achieve that next level goal. I'll close with a quote from Arthur Ashe. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Here's the cheers to you and your goals and to finding your Waldo.
So grateful you listened to this episode of the Inspired Hive podcast. Be sure to follow me on social media at Inspired Hive Podcast, and don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. I can't wait to see you back here for our next episode, and as always, remember to live inspired.